In the news tonight, the Guyana Police Force on the fire for unlawful arrest of attorney who advised her client to remain silent.
Then Singh stated, call Romana. So I waited. They called Romana. He came downstairs. He entered the room with the officers. My client and I were outside of the room. He told the officers, she preventing her client from giving a statement? Is she preventing her client from giving a statement? Speak up. Y'all tell me, is she preventing her client from giving a statement? Arrest her. So he told an officer whose name I don't know at this time, arrest me for obstruction.
And the arrest of Clark is disturbing, perverse, unlawful, oppressive, and wholly unacceptable, says the Bar Association. Members of the Guyana Police Force Special Organized Crime Unit SOCU are coming under fire for the unlawful arrest of attorney-at-law Tamika Clark. This was after the attorney advised her client to remain silent during questioning. Clark was arrested for 40 minutes and she now plans to take legal action against the Guyana Police Force. She said she was threatened by an officer of SOCU that she would be locked up if her client did not give a statement.
Romana told me, you're going to come back, you and your client are going to come back on Thursday at 1 p.m. And if your client does not give a statement on Thursday at 1 p.m., I will arrest you. I said, you are arresting me for advising my client to remain silent. He said, counsel, all I can advise you is that counsel will need counsel. And we left. My client and I left. Thursday, the time was changed from 1 p.m. to 2. When we went to SOCU Thursday afternoon, we were advised that Romana is busy for the next 2 hours, that we should return Friday at 9. So my client arrived a few minutes before me on Friday, this morning. So when I arrived, my client came out and we spoke. My client told me while he was there, they had a statement there already and was asking him to read it and sign it. So I spoke with my client. And my client indicated that he indicated to the officer who was there, Mr. Duke, he's following his attorney's advice, and he will not be signing any statement. We were told to wait because Romana is in charge of the investigation and he's in the boardroom, and that we can't leave without him signing the statement. If he doesn't sign the statement, then we have to wait for Romana. My client indicated to me that he's been coming so often and nothing is being done. He wants to leave because he has to work. I went into the office. There were 3 officers there, Duke, a Sergeant Singh, and another officer. I asked the officers, is my client under arrest? They told me no. I said, my client wants to leave. If he leaves now, will you try to arrest him? And they said, counsel, cooperate with us, cooperate with us. I said, if my client leaves, will you arrest him? Then Singh stated, call Romana. So I waited. They called Romana. He came downstairs. He entered the room with the officers. My client and I were outside of the room. He told the officers, she preventing her client from giving a statement? Is she preventing her client from giving a statement? Speak up. Y'all tell me, is she preventing her client from giving a statement? Arrest her. So he told an officer whose name I don't know at this time, arrest me for obstruction. Then Romana came, told me, follow the officer upstairs, and told my client, go in that room and give a statement. I followed the officer upstairs. They placed me to have a seat in one of the chairs in the room upstairs. The officer who arrested me is a male officer, took my phone from me. And then one of the officers, another officer there said, get the female rank from the gate because she has to be the one to arrest her. The female rank came up. They started to prepare statements, started to prepare a record in a book. They came, they asked me my name. I tried to leave. I got up and I was walking out. Sergeant Singh ran and blocked the door. Then Sergeant Singh went back and he started to make a record in a book. The officer who arrested me stood by the door, so I couldn't leave. The female officer came, she said she wanted my watch. Take off the watch, take off the watch. I didn't say anything. I remained silent until my attorneys came. And then when Mr. Hughes would have assisted.
It was not until the arrival at SOCU of her attorney Nigel Hughes that Clark was released. used at a press conference, lashed out at the police.
Because it means that the law and those responsible for enforcing the law clearly are under the impression that the law enforcement agencies are entitled to disregard the rule of law. Now, I don't know if the Bar Association is going to say anything about it, but what I can certainly say to you is that legal proceedings will be brought by Ms. Clark. She will confirm this to ensure that this does not happen to any other member of the legal profession in Guyana once they're exercising their right as counsel to advise their clients in keeping with the law. It is a frightening place, and I hope that my colleagues at the bar appreciate the threat that we are all under as a result of, don't know, probably before most of you were born, there was a very famous Trinidadian lawyer who was arrested in court for contempt, and that's in court. Ramesh Raj, I think it was, who took the court case all the way up to the Privy Council. You can't have the state locking up lawyers, because what is the clear intention here? That every other lawyer, understand this happened to another lawyer last week, and of course the lawyer fled. The intention here is that every time a lawyer goes to the police station with a client, and they say to the client, remain silent, the law enforcement agency will lock up the client and the lawyer. That is the consequence of this. That's why this has to be vindicated by the court, and we will see if the judiciary has a view that is as strong as those of us at the bar who think that this is an absolute outrage.
By late this afternoon, Attorney General Anand Nandalal said he instructed SOCU to release the attorney.
Called Mr. Karim Baksh and inquired of the circumstances surrounding the alleged detention of Ms. Tamika Clark, and he offered an explanation. In that explanation, of course, he confirmed that Ms. Clark was being detained. I advised Mr. Karim Baksh to immediately release Ms. Clark from police custody. I made contact also with the officer who was conducting the investigation, and I advised that Ms. Clark ought to be released immediately.
The Police Office of Professional Responsibility was instructed to launch a probe into the arrest of Attorney-at-Law Clark.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Running late and can't wait to the gate? We got you. The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited has introduced a fast and easier way to make payments to your accounts through the GT&T mobile money services. Here's how. Click on the MMG app. Under Services, select Pay Bills. When you are there, look for the Financial Institution option. Once that is done, select Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited to pay your loan or make payments to your savings. Payments to the credit union made easier. GPS CCU, the credit union you can bank on.
The Guyana Bar Association, inclusive of its Criminal Bar Committee, says they do not take this matter lightly and will take all the necessary steps to ensure that its members can exercise their professional duties without intimidation and that the rule of law is upheld. This was following the arrest of Attorney-at-Law Tamika Clark by members of the Special Organized Crime Unit SOCU after she advised a client to exercise his constitutional right to remain silent during questioning by officers. According to a release from the Bar Association, it unreservedly and unequivocally condemns the action of the Guyana Police Force. Such action is disturbing, perverse, unlawful, oppressive, and wholly unacceptable. The association said it was calling on the Commissioner of Police to forthwith issue an apology to Clark, compensate Clark for unlawful imprisonment, launch a full investigation into the matter at hand with the necessary disciplinary action enforced swiftly, including charges being laid against the offending officers. There be no lawful grounds for the arrest, and disciplinary action including termination of any officers who were aware of and allowed this type conduct. Further, the Bar Association posited that the rule of law and the fundamental right to counsel are stated to be hallmarks of a democratic society. Today, the actions of members of the Guyana Police Force's Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU, towards our colleague Tamika Clark, Attorney-at-Law, sought to destroy these foundations of our society. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.